So opening models within Creo from NitroCell is actually a very common thing to do. And one of the current ways that people do this is we have this function called model open. And the beauty about this is you could say, well, I want to open up a basket.prt, and then let's say that we wanted to open like three different models here. So this is just using the standard open commands. So cone.prt and maybe spider.prt. Okay, so when we run this, you'll notice that it's going to open each of those models and load them into session. And the model open command by default behaves to open it as the active model. Now, let's say that we wanted to use a table to do this instead of writing all these open commands. The easy way to do that is to actually create a table. So I'm going to copy these values and we're going to paste these here. And instead of using a model open, we're going to instead use the open using the table variation of that. And it does not, it doesn't expect a specific name. It actually expects a table name in this case. And the table can include wildcards, but it includes, it requires item name to be kind of the key column that it kind of goes through like all other NitroCell functions that use the table options. And then we also have these other optional columns that the table open or the table model open command will also scan for content to open up also. So this is a very powerful command, and you could tie it together with other NitroCell functions very easily. So you can see there that it needs item name as the title of that table. And we're just going to create a table out of this text here by doing a Control T and saying my table has headers. That'll give me an Excel table, which has the column of item name, and then this is the content that's in there. So let's call this my table and come back over here. And then we just have to reference it by doing a TBL colon prefix my table. And let's go ahead and erase memory just to make sure that we have nothing in session currently. And then when we run this, it's going to reference that table and open those models. But you'll notice that it doesn't open them up and leave the last one active here because it is designed to load that content directly into session. So we've actually pulled that content directly in session. So if we come in and we add other components here like screen.prt, maybe front plate.prt, and run it again, you'll notice that, oh, I've got to actually spell something correct here. So let's say screen.prt, and I'm just going to run a map key to erase session so we can see that nothing's in there. When we run this again, you'll notice that in fact those models have been loaded. So that's just one example of how to do that with tables. This table could be manually created or generated as a result of a Power Query process or loaded from an external file. All kinds of cool ways to get data into a table and then just use one command like table model open to get them into session.